Hello everyone. 皆さんこんにちは。お元気ですか? Welcome to the YouTube channel. How are you today? Are you feeling comfortable? Not too hot, not too cold, not too dry. Because today's story starts with something very simple. No rain. No water from the sky. Nothing. Not for a day, not for a week, but for a long, long time. The rivers were shrinking, the fields were cracking, and people were starting to worry. So the king asked a question. What do you do when the sky refuses to help you? Okay, this story took place in an ancient eastern country. A story about drought, responsibility, and what leadership really means. Before we get into the story, let me tell you where it comes from. It's from a very old book called The Legend of Master Yan. It's actually a collection of stories about a man named Yan, a very clever minister from over 2,000 years ago. Think of him as someone who could fix a crisis with just a few words. Sometimes make a king feel a little uncomfortable in a very polite way. So, let's get started. One year, the country was hit by a terrible drought. A drought means it doesn't rain for a long time, and everything starts to dry out. The rains never came. The planting season passed, and the people were slowly running out of food. Their faces grew pale, their bodies weak. The king became anxious, so he gathered his ministers and asked, "What should we do? The heavens haven't given us rain for so long. Our people are suffering." I asked the diviners, and they said, "It might be the mountain spirit and river gods causing trouble. What if we collect some money and offer sacrifices to them? Would that help?" The room fell silent. No one dared to speak, except one man. Yan, the prime minister, stepped forward, and he said very calmly, "No, Your Majesty, that will no help." "What?" The king's voice cut through the air. Instantly, everyone tensed up. But Yan continued, The mountain spirit, it has a stone body with grass and trees as its hair. If there is no rain, its hair will dry out. Its body will burn under the sun. Do you really think it doesn't want rain? If it wants rain just as much as we do, what's the point of offering sacrifices to it? The king paused, then said, Alright. Then what about the river god? Can we make offerings to him? Okay. Now, that sounds like a solution. But is it? Let's pause here. One game, one credit. We'll come back and see what happens. Hi everyone, Snow Bro. Let's go. Oh, that's a mistake. Oh, this is good. Almost time. Oh! This is bad. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. Now I can move faster. Yeah. Good. Good. Yeah. Oh, boss is coming. Oh, shit! Game over. Okay, let's continue. The king asked, "Alright, then what about the river god? Can we make offerings to him?" Yan shook his head. He said, "The river god rules over water. The rivers are his land. The fish are his people. If the drought continues, the rivers will dry up. His land will disappear. His people will die. Do you really think he doesn't want rain? What good would sacrificing to him do?" Now, the king was truly at a loss. He had no idea what to do. He said, "Then, what should I do?" Yan looked at him and said, "If your majesty truly cares, then leave the palace. Go out into the open, where everyone can see you, the public square. Spend the day under the burning sun and the night in the cold. Suffer as your people suffer. Worry as the land worries. Maybe then the heavens will finally let the rain fall." The king paused for a moment, thinking. And here's the turning point. The king actually did it. He left his grand palace. He walked into the dry, cracked land. He stood under the burning sun. He stayed out through the cold nights. Not for 1 hour, not for 1 day, 3 days, and then, out of nowhere, it started to rain. A heavy, pouring rain. The land was saved. The people could finally plant their crops again. End of story. Now, whether you believe the rain came because of heaven or just coincidence, that's not really the point. The real point is, when something goes wrong, the first thing we do is look for someone else to blame. Blame God, blame fate, blame something invisible. But Yan reminds us of something more uncomfortable. Sometimes the answer is not who should we pray to, but what should we do? And more importantly, are we willing to step out of our comfort and share the weight of the problem? Because real leadership is not about rituals. It's not about appearances. It's about responsibility. It's about showing up. And sometimes it's about standing in the sun with everyone else. Okay, let's wrap this up with the Japanese kanji. Motome, seek. Sometimes you ask for something out there, but the answer is right here. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay safe. Goodbye. Sayonara. Mata ne.